Good morning, level 6 students. How are you all? I hope you all are doing great at home, studying very well and completing all the work. And I hope that you are enjoying learning by becoming the part of our distant learning program, isn't it? So now students, we are going to start our lecture number 4 today. But before doing that, I want to quickly revise our previous lecture, which was lecture number 3. And in that lecture, we finished one chapter from our grammar portion, prepositions. Okay, we studied prepositions and we finished exercise A, exercise B and exercise C. So I quickly want to revise what are prepositions. We studied preposition definition, we studied some examples, we practiced the usage and how to find out the object of the preposition. So before doing that, I quickly want to revise. A preposition is a word that shows a relationship between a noun or a pronoun and some other word in the sentence or other part of the sentence. Okay, for example, we will refer to this example. The girls are playing in the yard. Okay, so students, our preposition which tells you about the location where the girls are playing, in the yard. So in is our preposition and the noun defined by this preposition is yard, and yard is therefore called the object of our preposition. Okay, and also this in shows it is a connection between this noun with that noun. Okay, it is basically connecting both nouns together and it shows the relationship between girls and the yard. What is the relationship? The relationship is girls are in the yard and playing. Okay, so that is how we find out the object of our preposition. So that was for quick review from our lecture number 3. So now students, we are going to start lecture number 4. Okay, lecture number 4 we are going to start with the chapter portion. So students, especially the boys, I want you all to open your textbooks and keep the notebooks in front of you. And today we are going to finish unit 5, lesson number 5, the African line, and then after that we will come to next lesson in unit 7, which is called Amy Johnson Solo Flyer. Okay, we are going to finish these two lectures today. Okay, so keep the textbooks in front of you opened. African line is a very nice, very fun poem. It's basically a poetry. So let's begin. Unit 6, lesson 5, the African line. Here you can have a look. Okay, this is the African boy and African line. Okay, now we are going to open the book. This is how our camera looks like. Okay, the African line. I will read it, and all the underlined words, students, make sure you underline them and write their meanings on any side, the side of your book, wherever you find space. Okay, these are the explanation meanings. You can note them down on your chapter, on your book only. Okay, so now I'm going to start. The African line. To meet a bad lad on the African waste. Bad lad, lad means a young boy. Okay, underline lad, students, and write their meanings. Young boy. On the African waste. Waste means the discarded land. Okay, where they put all the trash and litter. Okay, is a thing that a lion enjoys. So which thing lion likes? Lion likes to eat, to meet a bad boy where? On the discarded land. What thing the lion likes to enjoy, likes to eat, likes to have? A bad boy where? On that area, in that kind of place. Okay, but he rightly and strongly objects to the taste of good and uneatable boys. Now what in this line, what the poet is saying, poet is telling you, he rightly and strongly objects. Objects means dislikes. Lion actually likes to eat bad boys. Okay, not the good boys. Objects to the taste of good uneatable boys. So which thing lion doesn't like? Which thing the lion doesn't like to eat? The taste of a good boy, right? Uneatable means not fit to be eaten. Okay, the good boys, lion don't like to eat the good boys. Okay, the lion will rightly and strongly object to the taste. How will he object the taste? How will it object the taste of the good boy, uneatable ones? By taking one bite, he will not like the taste and he will throw it out of the mouth. Okay, so this poem is actually a funny one. It's not true or reality, it's not based on reality. Okay, it's funny chapter. So basically we all know here in this poem the author wants us to enjoy, okay, the lighter side of the poem, which is he's telling actually that good boy, if the lion takes a bite of maybe leg, maybe arm, or maybe head also, after taking one bite the lion is going to spit it out. Lion will not eat rest of the boy. Why? Because he doesn't like the taste of a good boy. He likes to eat the bad boy only, right? So here what the author is telling us that lion will spit it out, okay, and unhappily lion will move away. So this good boy has to go with the loss of one leg, one arm, or head maybe. Okay, that is how it is funny kind of poem. Okay, so now we'll quickly go through this and see, read the lines. Okay, now let's come back to the poem. When he bites off a piece of a boy of that sort, he spits it right out of his mouth. Of that sort means that type, kind. Which kind they're talking about? The good boy. That type of boy, which is a good one. Lion is not going to enjoy the taste. After taking one bite, lion is going to spit it out. Spit means throw out of the mouth. Okay, I will repeat the meanings of sort, type, kind. What kind of type of boy they are talking about? The good boy. Okay, he spits it right out of his mouth. Spit means throw it out. Okay, and retires with a loud and dissatisfied snort. Retires means goes off to rest. After throwing it out from the mouth, lion will make a huge loud sound. You have seen how lions and tigers and all the predators, these animals make loud sound from their mouth and from their nose also while breathing. So retires means goes to rest, to sleep. Okay, with a loud and dissatisfied. Dissatisfied means unhappy. Okay, but why? Because he didn't like the taste. He likes the taste of a bad boy only, not the good boy. So who is the good boy? Good boy is the boy with good manners. Lion doesn't like to eat good boys with good manners. So there is a good news for good boys with good manners. Okay, so that means lion is not going to eat you. So that means you all have to become good, the boys with good manners. This is what the poet wants to convey. Okay, so dissatisfied snort. What is snort, students? Snort means a loud sound made from nose. Animals make a loud sound from their nose by breathing, by exhaling out air, okay, from their nose. So after that, let's read. To the east or the west or the south, so lads of good habits on coming across a lion. So here, students, what it means? From the east, they are telling us the directions. From east, west, south. From these three directions, fourth direction is north. Okay, so what they are telling in the fourth direction, in the north, lion is standing. From any of these boys, so lads of good habits means the boys of good habits. Coming in front of the lion, what will happen? Need feel no alarm. Okay, they don't need to feel. Alarm means scared or fear. Okay, students, here it's written alarm, fear. You can write it down in your books. Okay, they don't need to feel any harm, any fear. Why? For they know they are sure to escape with the loss of a leg or head or an arm. Okay, so here what the poet is telling us? The poet is telling us the lads of good habits means the boys which are having good habits. They don't need to fear. Why? Because they are not going to be eaten whole, right? Because lion is going to take one bite for sure, but after taking one bite, lion is not going to like the taste and he's going to spit it out of the mouth. Okay, after doing that, the lion will go to rest. But on the other hand, the good boy will have to escape. Okay, escape means to go away, run away. With what? With the loss of a leg. The lion might take a bite of a leg, maybe the head also, or an arm. Okay, so this is the funniest line of the poem, which tells us that it is a funny kind of poem. Okay, so these are the meanings, students. I want you all to note it down in your books. Okay, after that we want to start the notebook portion. Okay, now you are done with the book. So students, this was on our page 140 in the books, in the textbook, page 140. Now I want you all to open your notebooks, and the next exercise that we are going to start is reading for understanding here. Okay, 1 to 7 we are going to start the question answers. Okay, now the notebook work starts. Take out your blue and black pen and your notebook. Let's begin our notebook work. Here you're going to write on top of the lesson 5. Okay, the African line poetry, page 140. You're going to give this headache. Okay, and then you're going to start writing the question number 1, which is word meanings. Okay, you have to write these 3 words with their meanings. Number 1 is lad. What is lad, students? Lad means a young boy. Okay, then come to number 2, uneatable. Uneatable means not fit to be eaten, the thing that cannot be eaten. Okay, so let's start with number 3. Number 3 is snort. What is snort? A loud sound made from nose. Okay, now these were the word meanings, and we will start with question number 2, reading for understanding, page 140. So students, you see the questions are written in your book. Okay, so I'm going to read the first question, which is, according to the poem, what does the African lion enjoy eating? Now after writing the question with a black pen, you're going to write the answer. Okay, so answer should be written with a blue pen. So you're going to write the answer. The African lion enjoys eating a bad boy. The African lion enjoy eating a bad boy. This was the answer of number 1. Let's start with question number 2. Question number 2 is, what does the lion do when he takes a bite out of a good boy? So students, start writing the answer of number 2. Answer is, he spits it right out of his mouth and goes off loud and dissatisfied in any direction. Okay, he's going to move, go to sleep. He will first move to any direction and make a loud sound from the mouth, from the nose, okay, and spitting it out from the mouth. This is what lion is going to do when he takes a bite from a good boy. Now let's come to question number 3. What is the worst injury that a good boy will sustain from the lion? The worst injury a good boy can sustain from a lion is, let's write the answer. He can lose an arm, a leg, or his head. Okay students, clear? I will repeat again. He can lose an arm, a leg, or his head. Okay, now question number 4. If the good boy sustains this worst injury, will he be any better off than the bad boy? Give your reasons. Okay, now let's come to answer. No, he would not be any better off than the bad boy. Losing an arm, a leg, or head is as bad as being eaten whole. On the other hand, it may be a good thing if he escapes with his life. Okay, the students, now question number 5. How do you think the poet wanted his readers to react to this poem? Answer number 5. The poet wanted his readers to amuse the poem, to enjoy the poem. Okay. Now let's come to question number 6. Which parts of the poem tell you that the poet was not writing a serious poem? So let's write the answer. To escape with the loss of a leg or a head or an arm tells us that it was not a serious poem. Okay. Now let's come to question number 7. How did you react to the poem? Answer. I was amused. We enjoyed it, right? It's a light poem, slightly fun. Okay. Now students, next heading you're going to write in your notebooks. Question number 4, homophones. Okay. So what are homophones? Homophones are basically the words which have same sound and the spellings are different and also different meanings. Okay, but their sound may be same. Okay, so we are given the 4 words that we are going to practice. Okay, so this homophones is given in page 141. This is what you're going to write in your notebooks, and the question is, use the following homophones in sentences of your own. Okay, number 1, waist. W-A-I-S-T. This waist means this is your body where you wear the coats, okay, or the pants where you tie up the belt. Okay, so here this let's make the sentence of this one. Ravi is wearing a waistcoat. Okay, I will repeat the sentence again. Ravi is wearing a waistcoat. One more thing, students, you can try to make your own sentences, write them in your notebooks. Okay. And now, what is the second homophone of waste? W-A-S-T-E. See, there is a spelling difference, but the sound and pronunciation is same. This waste means trash, okay, or the litter. Extra waste material is called the waste. So make the sentence of waste, students. Yes, we are going to write. You can make any sentence, but here what I have made for you. Throw all the waste papers in trash. Okay. I will repeat. Throw all the waste papers in trash. Okay. Number 2, piece. P-I-E-C-E. This piece means the part, fragment, a portion. Okay. So let's make a sentence of this piece. Please give me another piece of pie. Okay. Another piece of anything you can ask for. Okay. And what is the homophone of this piece? Is P-E-A-C-E. This piece means calm, quiet. Okay. So students, what the sentence we are going to make for this piece? Let's end war by making peace. Try your own sentences also. Okay, it's best when you make your own. Okay. Number 3, aloud. A-L-O-U-D, single L. This loud means high voice, high sound. Okay. So the sentence is going to be read it aloud. Okay. This is a command. What kind of sentence it is? It is command. That is why it's ending with an exclamation mark. It is an order. Okay. So now, what is the homophone of this allowed? A-L-L-O-W-E-D. This allowed means to give permission. So what the sentence we are going to make for that? Yes, the sentence will be, students are not allowed to leave class. Okay. For that, you need to take permission, right, students? Okay. So number 4 homophone is tiger. Okay, tiger. So the sentence, this tiger is animal, you all know. It is predator. So what the sentence we are going to make for this one? It is important to conserve tigers. Okay. And what is the homophone of this tiger? Tiger. Tiger. What is tiger? We studied that in the lesson. Tiger is a wild forest in Russia. This is basically the forest of tigers. Tigers live in that, especially in that forest, and the name of this forest is tiger. Tiger is a wild forest in Russia. Clear, students? So we have finished the chapter. Write these all in your notebooks, and after that the next lesson that we are going to start is called Amy Johnson. Okay, Amy Johnson, Unit 7, Lesson 2. Okay, Amy Johnson, solo flyer on page 153. Okay, so here's the picture of Amy Johnson. There she is, and she used to fly the plane. Okay, so she used to be the first ever woman who used to fly planes, propeller kind of planes, in 1930. That was the time. In the history, no women used to fly planes. She was the first one. Okay, she is the record holder. There you can see with her plane, Amy Johnson is standing. Okay, and there she's flying her plane. So now we'll start with the lesson. Open page 153 in your textbooks. Okay, yes, let's begin. That this picture has been taken from your textbook. Okay, what it is? Amy Johnson is the 60-year search over. So we will read what that 60-year search means. Okay, paragraph 1, there her plane is made and she is diving into the water. Okay, so here students, some of the hard words are underlined. In your books, underline them and write their meanings. Okay, now let's begin. Amy Johnson was once known all over the world for her achievements in solo flying. In 1930, at the age of 26, she became the first woman to fly 10,000 miles solo from England to Australia in her little green aeroplane. Okay, what was the name of this little green aeroplane? A de Havilland moth. Okay, moth is an insect. So her plane was named after that because it flies also. Okay, it took her 20 days. The first part of the journey from southern England to Karachi took her 6 days, which was a record. Southern England to Karachi. Karachi is the name of a city in Pakistan. And from traveling from southern England till Karachi, how many days it took? It took her 6 days. That is how she made the world record. Okay. So students, underline solo. And what are the meanings of solo? Alone. Underline it, and wherever you find space on your textbook with a pencil, write the meanings alone. Okay. So now let's come to paragraph 2. Okay. Her death has always been a mystery. Mystery means unresolved. How she died, no one knew. Okay. In 1941, the aeroplane which she was flying plunged into the sea off the coast of England. So students, what is plunged? Plunged means dived into, jumped into. Like you see, it is diving in the plane. What do we call it? Diving or jumping. Okay, so students, underline plunged and write the meanings jumped or dived. Okay, into the sea off the coast. Coast means the edge, the seashore. Okay, where the water meets the land. That in between that portion is called the coast, the edge of the land which touches water. Okay, off the coast means into the water, away from the coast of England. The plane has never been found because diving is dangerous and difficult in the area where the aeroplane went down. Down means deep into the depths of the ocean. Okay, there is a great deal of sediment which makes it difficult to see under the water. The currents are very strong and the area is close to shipping lanes. Shipping lanes, so that means there are the routes for the deep water, the oceans. What happens? The routes are for the ships. Ships come and go into these areas because the water is very deep. Okay, so students, here her plane went deep into the water and it couldn't be resolved what exactly was the reason in that time when her plane plunged into the water and she died. But later on, when the technology got some advancement in it, then the reason was found out. They found the wrecks of the plane, the remains of the ruins of this plane. Okay, but before it was undiscovered, unresolved. Okay, so we are going to read what exactly was the reason, what happened, what the people were thinking. Okay, so now we are going to see that in the lesson. So students, what are sediments? Underline sediment and write down solid matter that settles at the bottom of a liquid. All the solid means like rocks, whatever the things fall off into the water, pieces of rocks, dying fish, sea animals, water animals, plants, and the boats or the shipwrecks. Anything that falls off into the water settles down at the bottom on the ocean bed. Okay, there they gather all these pieces of solid is called the sediment. Okay, parts of sand and rocks and whatever it is, it can be any object, which makes it difficult to see into the water. The currents are very strong. Currents means the flowing water, the waves. Water waves are flowing all the time, okay, from different oceans across the globe, from one place to another. The waves keep on flowing. This flowing water is called the currents, okay, are very strong, and the area is close to shipping lanes means the water is really deep and ships come and go, and that area is very dangerous. Divers cannot go, okay. So back in those days, in 1940s, when she died, it became hard to explore the reason what exactly happened with her. Okay, so now we are going to see the next paragraph, what clue we are going to get, what exactly happened with her. Paragraph 3. It is thought that she plunged into the water because her aeroplane ran out of fuel. This could be one reason, but many people did not and do not believe that. They believe that she was flying on a secret mission, or that she was shot down. Shot down means somebody shoot her. So this could be one reason. Another reason they are thinking is she maybe ran out of fuel, huh? Let's see what it is. Because her plane has never been found, no one has ever found out why Amy Johnson's flight ended in tragedy all those years ago. So students, underline tragedy, and what tragedy we are going to write? A bad event. Any bad event that takes place and makes us sad, feel sad or grieve, or make us sorrowful. So underline tragedy and write an event causing great suffering. Okay. What was the tragedy? That her aeroplane went plunged into the water and she died, and people were thinking maybe her plane ran out of fuel. Maybe people were also thinking, they never believed that she ran out of fuel. Some were thinking maybe someone shot her plane, and because of that plane fell into the water. So now let's come to next paragraph. Paragraph 4. But now over 60 years later, a sub-aqua team believe they have found the wreck of Amy Johnson's plane. They have spent 2 summers searching for the wreck with sophisticated technology to help them. So students, after how many years? After 60 years, what happened? A sub-aqua. Students, underline sub-aqua, and sub-aqua means below water. A team of the researchers, scientists that went and also sent their equipment, the latest technology, they submerged it into the water to dive deep down, and they find out the wrecks, the ruins of her plane. Okay, so students, underline sub-aqua and write below water. Sub-aqua team believes they have found the wreck. Underline wreck and write the meanings of wreck: remains of something destroyed or ruins. Okay, wreck of Amy Johnson's plane. They have spent 2 summers. Once in 1 year there is 1 summer for sure, and 2 summers means 2 years. Okay, they kept on searching for 2 years. Summers searching for the wreck with sophisticated technology to help them. Students, underline sophisticated. Sophisticated means very advanced or developed. Okay, so very developed or advanced. With the help of advanced technology, they find out the cause, and they also find out the ruins of a plane. Okay, now that the team have finally found the wreck, they can start to solve the mystery of Amy Johnson's final flight. Was she shot down? Was she part of some secret mission, or did her plane just run out of the fuel? So that is one question they keep on thinking in their minds. Okay, now we have finished this lesson from the book. So students, open your notebooks. We are going to start the notebook work, and I hope the lesson is clear to you. I will quickly revise one more time. Okay, what happened and what we studied in this lesson: there was a woman called Amy Johnson. Okay, she was known all over the world. Why was she known? Because she used to fly alone. Okay, in those days there were very less pilots to fly plane, and all of them were men. So it was the first time in their history that the woman alone was flying a plane. Okay, what was her name? Amy Johnson was her name. Okay, and in the year 1930, what was her age when she started flying? She was only 26 years old. Okay, and in England, she became the first woman to fly a plane 10,000 miles. She holds the record for flying alone from 10,000 miles solo from England to Australia. She flew alone 10,000 miles from England to Australia. Okay, and in 20 days she did that in her little green aeroplane. What was the name of the aeroplane? A de Havilland moth was the name of this plane. Moth is like a butterfly's little insect. So her plane was named after that. Why? Because it was small and it flies. Same thing, the way the moths fly, they're smaller than the butterfly. Okay, so in 20 days what she did, the first part of the journey from southern England to Karachi took her 6 days, which was a record. She made a record. Okay, in 20 days she flew from England to Australia. Okay, and there is another part of the first part of the journey. The first part starts from southern England till Karachi, and she finished that in 6 days. That is how she holds a record. Okay, and after that she used to fly alone. She used to go here and there to explore, and during that her plane fell into the water and it remained undiscovered. Then maybe she ran out of the fuel or someone shot her plane. Okay, these remained the mysteries. Later on they found the wreck after after a long time, after 60 years, when the technology got advanced and they developed the tool and instruments. Then they sent a team under the water to find out what was the cause, and like that they explored. Okay, students, open your notebooks. We are going to start some notebook work. Okay, open your notebooks and give the heading Unit 7 Lesson 2 Amy Johnson Solar Flyer. Page 154, you're going to give the heading vocabulary. Question number 1, just write with a black pen. Okay, students, what do you think the underlined words in the following sentences mean? Okay, so first part, there are 4 parts given in the questions in your books. So you're going to write them in your notebooks. First question, you will write with the black. The submarine traveled fast. And which word is underlined here? Submarine. So students, write the answer with a blue pen. The answer you will write is submarine means a ship that can travel underwater. Question number 2. We watched the aquatic animals. Aquatic is underlined. Aquatic means in water, belonging to water, the water animals. Okay. So, aquatic is underlined. So, the answer that we're going to write, use a blue pen for that. I will repeat. Okay. Now, the answer is aquatic means living or growing in water, belonging to water basically. The fish, the plants and all, they're called the aquatic animals. Okay. Question number 3. The cooking facilities in the hotel kitchen were substandard. What is underlined? Substandard. So the meanings of substandard, students, we will write the answer. Substandard means below average, unacceptable. Okay. Question number 4. The aquarium was full of brightly colored fish. Aquarium is underlined, and what the answer we are going to write for that? The answer will be aquarium means a clear glass or plastic container for fish and other water animals. Okay, students. Aquarium is a clear plastic container. In it they put water, fishes, animals, plants, shrimps, whatever the water animals and plants are there, they put them all in the aquarium and they keep on growing. We call this thing as the aquarium. Okay, students, that is how you're going to write the question number 1. Now you can finish it in one page. Okay, now open the next page in your notebooks. You can pause my video and complete your work. Okay, now I will come to question number 2. Question number 2, your heading is going to be dictionary work. Okay, this one is given on page 154 in the textbooks. So students, question number 2, write this one in your books, in your notebooks with a black pen. Write the meanings of the following words and expressions. They have given some words and expressions. We have to write the meanings. Okay, number 1 is achievement. Achievement, write that with a black pen, and the meaning we are going to be using blue pen for that. Okay, so in blue pen you will write a thing done successfully with your own effort. We call it achievement. When you achieve something, you succeed in gaining something with some earning it with a lot of hard work. We call it achievement. Okay, number 2, to plunge. Okay, the meanings of plunge: jump, fall or be thrown suddenly. Okay, dive or jump, fall or be thrown suddenly. Meanings for plunge. Okay, now number 3, sediments. Okay, sediment is the word, and the meanings are solid matter that settles at the bottom of a liquid. Okay, number 4, current, flow of water or air. These are called the currents, the flowing water or air. Okay, when it is water, then we call it the ocean currents. If it is in air, then we call the air currents. Clear, students? Number 5 is wreck. What is wreck? The meanings for wreck is remains of something destroyed. Okay, now students, in your textbooks, page 155, you have reading for understanding. Okay, and in it we have 4 questions. So these 4 questions in our syllabus, we are going to write question number 1. Okay, first question is, for what reasons is Amy Johnson known all over the world? Write the question, students, with the black pen. After writing, we will write the answer. Let's do the answer now. Amy Johnson is well known all over the world because of her achievements in solo flying. She used to fly alone, okay? And that is how she made the world record. Number 2, question number 2. How was Pakistan involved in Amy Johnson's achievements? Answer. When she became the first woman to fly 10,000 miles solo from England to Australia, the first part of her journey was from southern England to Karachi. That is how Pakistan is involved in Amy Johnson's achievements. Okay, this is the answer for question number 2. Students, you can always pause my video, complete your work, and then you can resume it. Okay, now we will do next question. Question number 3, I will read the question. Explain the various suggestions of how Amy Johnson died. Which do you think is the most dramatic? People were coming up with the different suggestions, and they were dramatic as well, right? Like a drama. Okay, so now we are going to write the reasons. Okay, let's start writing the answer. Some believe that she plunged into the sea due to lack of fuel, but others believe that she was shot down by the German Air Force because she was going on a secret mission. The latter one is the most dramatic. Latter means the second reason is most dramatic. Which one? That maybe she was flying on some secret missions and German Air Force shot her, huh? Really, I really think it's very dramatic, right? So that is the answer for question number 3. Now we will do the question number 4. For how long did the team search for Amy Johnson's plane? For how long did they search for her plane, students? Answer me. Yes, answer is correct. The team searched for Amy Johnson's plane for 2 summers. 2 summers means 2 years. Okay, so next, students, we will do a quick review, okay, of our lecture number 4. We actually studied the lesson, the African line. We finished the explanation. We did the hard words. Okay. After doing that, we finished this exercise. Okay. We finished the word meanings and question answers also. Okay. And after that, we came to the next lesson, which is called Amy Johnson. Okay. So here we finished all lesson. We did the explanation. We did hard words. We did the meanings of hard words also. And after that, we finished the exercise. Hope you understood it very well, and you enjoyed the lesson and the lecture. See you in our next lecture, lecture number 5. Okay. Take care. Study well and complete all your work. Stay safe. Thanks for watching.